You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go!
Like Mav, me and Mav, I could have a conversation with Mav, you know. Yeah. That makes sense.
Well, you know what? What I'm going to do right now, since you just said you're going to have a conversation with Mav.
Gonna play this clip.
I'm going to play this clip and then see how you feel about this clip. All right,
let me hear it.
Let me get to this clip.
He been waiting to do this all week.
Just
to play this clip.
But I know you. He
told me about it on Monday.
Because I found it in the archive.
Must be a good clip.
It's a good one, though. It's a good one.
It's an older interview, so let's check this out.
15 minutes of fame.
I'm gonna leave these mics on, man. So if you wanna comment as the videos go.
All I'm saying is the rookies gotta go.
This was a sleeper.
The rookies gotta go.
I don't know what they talking about. These niggas don't got no experience on that stage, my niggas.
I remember that.
And that small room shit, that shit is cute. Let me tell you something about battle rap, though. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. You could be the most lyrical motherfucker on the planet.
T-Top will kill you, nigga.
Once you get on that big stage, all that shit is out the window. You talking to me?
Talk that T-Top shit.
You talking to me? Bugging.
Bugging.
You would battle T-Top?
Bugging.
Would you battle T-Top?
Yo, you don't understand his position.
He was supposed to.
You really don't understand. Wow, that's crazy.
I understand.
That's crazy.
He was supposed to, man. I know.
T-Top, like, he's a black hustler. I would be his boss in the battle. You understand what I'm saying?
Look at him, Jesus. Jesus.
But yeah, these niggas, if you don't got no
That was some
experience
hard
on a
shit he
big
said, though.
stage,
You have to take that.
nah, it's like how you gonna
But
go
some
against
niggas got
niggas
that
that been
it.
doing
Some
it.
niggas got that it. They
And I
might
think the
pull
only
something.
nigga is T-Top. The rest of
Wavy
them,
gonna do it.
I don't know.
I got Wavy.
I don't know.
Why do you think T-Top though?
Because
I really think Saga
his
will pull
style
something.
is more of a
Straightforward.
Exactly.
But look, the difference
Exactly.
between
Nah.
They voice, my nigga.
the difference between T-Top and Wavy to me is T-Top never performed in front of a big crowd on URL. Ever.
It doesn't matter.
It
He has
does
a
matter.
style that's acceptable for a big crowd. When
Yeah,
you look at all the
Did Wavy perform in a big crowd at the time? Pause the video, huh? Did Wavy perform at a big?
Hey, Wavy didn't perform a big crowd at that time in that interview.
No, not that.
No.
Now, it was only, you know, all of that was cool. But I just wanted to.
The worker and the boss. That's what. Yeah.
Well, it's not. Wait a
Started
minute.
cheesing with the worker and boss. He said.
No, it's not just about the worker and the boss, though. It's not just about that. It's also, I mean, if you notice when he said, first he said it'd be like the worker and the boss. Then she was, I think Jazz was talking about how, you know, the PG guys, how good they are. Mm-hmm. And he said, he pointed, say you were the only one really credible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's like, he flip-flopped a little bit because he said, you know, working boss, but he did give you credit.
Yeah. No, the worker boss, he was supposed to say shit like that. You know what I mean? He's supposed to say, yo, he need a block hustler. I'll be the boss. He's supposed to say that, but he knows what it is.
Was that a math impersonation?
Yeah, I mean, he swept it up. He swept it up clean though after that. So you know what I mean.
Well, since we on that topic, there was rumors you and Mav were supposed to battle in Atlanta. They don't flop.
Yeah, we supposed to battle before. We supposed to battle
last
last
year.
year.
Blocked that? Because Jones took your spot in that.
They didn't block it. They just made it make more sense at home. You know what I'm saying? They just made it make more sense for everybody.
So back then, you knew that was the plan for it to happen here? Huh? Did you know that was the plan then?
Well, at the time?
Yeah, for it to happen on the URL stage?
When Don't Flop hit me about the battle or what?
Well, when Don't Flop hit you about it, did URL stop you from doing it for Don't Flop and say they wanted you to do it on the URL stage?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they made the business way better and said, yo, do it over here.
Okay.
It makes sense over there anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Now, again, it's not going to happen tomorrow. Today is Friday.
Yeah, it's not happening.
The 3rd, and so they shut that down. What's going to happen now? Do you go back and revise any of your joints or any of your rounds, or are you just going to stick with what you got and just get to know them better?
I want to boost the time.
You want to make your rounds longer?
Yeah.
So you have to discuss that with Beasley and them?
Probably will.
So what are the times now?
Our battle was scheduled for 2:30.
No, what's the time? You say you want to stretch out your rounds.
I want to add more time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We
So
got more time.
He's
for the
saying,
battle.
what is your time now? Like, what's the?
I mean, 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Regular. I want to go
Okay.
smack time.
Right, 3-minute rounds.
Yeah, you
and
are
you
right.
want to go longer than 3 minutes.
No, we scheduled for 2:30.
That's what I.
You
that's
wanna
what
go
I'm
on
saying.
later?
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to push it. Now I want to be scheduled for 3 minutes.
Okay. Do you know why? Like why? Like I thought 3 minute, especially for somebody like you and Mav, I would think that's normal for it to be three 3 minute
minutes.
rounds. What makes what makes people change and do 2:30s? I don't.
Honestly, I think because our battle was put together, it was the last for the card.
Okay.
So we found out the last that we like everybody else knew. You know what I'm saying? So we found out the last we ain't found out too long ago. You know what I'm saying? But we doing it. So you know what I mean? We ain't want to say 3 minutes if we both weren't gonna be able to do he had the swords coming up. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
he ain't want that much pressure. I ain't really want to be. You know what I mean? If we ain't had that much time, but now we got an extra week.
So it should be pushed to
Well,
3
let me
now.
play devil's
Definitely.
advocate.
Let's do it.
Like,
Definitely.
I
The campaign starts here for it to be 3. We started here.
3 minutes, man.
3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean.
Smrt.
Yeah, I think it should be, especially when it's guys like y'all are battling. I mean, the fans want to see it all.
Yeah.
You know, they don't want 2:30.
And when I come, I give it all. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? I give it all.
2 minutes and 30 seconds is a lot of time.
Yeah, that's a lot to say.
Yeah, so to not have that 30 seconds is kind of odd. And I've always been a little curious as to how this whole thing works with time. Like the way the times are set up. So that 2:30 wasn't because y'all at the end and they want to make sure y'all finish
Nah.
on time.
Nah. That wasn't the reason, because I don't think the time would have been a real crazy issue at this venue. I'm just guessing, you know what I'm saying? But I don't think at Santos' house it would have been that big of an issue. And being that it's only 4 battles on the card, I don't think time would have been that crazy. Like an issue.
What do you feel, your opinion, since you're battling him, in your opinion, what do you feel about the math from back in the days to the math now that you're seeing lately in the last few battles? Your opinion.
I mean, I see what he's doing. He trying to experiment and do different shit. You know what I mean? It ain't the same though. And you know what I mean? It ain't the same now. Yeah, I mean, it's more jokey now. I mean, he had jokes back then. You know what I'm saying? But it's more of that now. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a little different.
So
it's a little different. He's still dope.
So
Still
which
mad.
math do you think is going to show up for you now that you answered that question?
I'm thinking like the John math.
Okay.
Like he was dope against John.
You think you're bringing out this side to come back, that math to come back?
I do it to everybody. I told you I do it to everybody. I did
Charlie
Shug, Clips.
Yeah.
Clips don't prepare for. Well, at the time he wasn't prepared for nobody. He came with 3 rounds, solid
for you.
rounds
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Shug, the best Shug we ever seen. Everybody gonna agree. Nobody gonna disagree with that. Best Shug we ever seen. Rex at the time where everybody say he was bullshitting and worn out and recycling. He came with 3 rounds for me. Yeah, I mean, so niggas gonna show up when
Basically, you
it's
saying
up.
when
'Cause
it
they
comes
know
to
what
you,
they
they
up
take you
against.
serious.
Yeah, their career on the line.
Yeah.
Their career on the line.
So now that you said that line, do you feel right now that math career is on the line when it comes to you in this battle that's coming up?
Yeah, but I go into every battle like my career on the line too, so I feel the same way. Like shit, you know what I'm saying? Cause this shit's so crazy, man. It's like if you have a bad battle, you know what I'm saying? That 10 months I did, you know, that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
They
You
won't
be,
care.
yeah, it's gonna be a while.
That crowd is hard.
That crowd rough, and they ain't gonna want one bad shit. They don't want to see it.
Well, let's get back to that question you told me to come back to. When you got the phone call from Beasley about math, how did the convo go when you hung up with you and your brothers?
With me and my boys?
Yeah.
Shout out Park Life, man. You know, first
Sour life, man.
No, it's Park Life.
Park Life, my
Park-
Sour Life niggas,
Park
my Sour Life
Boys.
niggas, they from
Park
Brooklyn, you
Boys
heard?
is
That's
Sour Life.
Crown Heights, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Sour Life all day. That's my family,
Let's go,
nigga.
let's
I
go.
am that. You feel me?
Let's go.
Well,
You just say
you know, so I
when
call.
you come to Brooklyn, you're comfortable. We get it.
I'm from up here. All right. So
You said you heard it right. You heard it right.
so
Good.
when I got the call from Mav, I was just like, because it was supposed to go down before, you know, since I already knew, I knew it was going to come eventually. But when I got the call, I was just like, yo, son, I got Hoffa. Niggas like same thing everybody say when they tell they man they got Hoffa. Worse, I hope we try that shit. So we coming up there crazy, boy. With the boy, I swear to God, nigga, boy, you know.
Yeah.
But they was cool. Like they wanted me to battle him and shit. Like we know Hoffa. You know what I'm saying? He got, I guess, status in this culture we in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't dumb. We know he do his thing. So the call was just like, all right, I'm gonna fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to went down before. We gonna bring it up, and that's gonna be it.
I think out of all of the from last year to now, everybody has been put in front of him. To me, in my opinion, you're gonna bring the best out of him. I don't think he's taking anybody that serious enough as I think he probably is going to take you.
Nah.
You feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, wasn't nobody as big as a threat to him as I am.
Exactly.
Because
I think that's
even
what
though
everybody
Ice
in
is
battle top tier.
Ice is deadly for him. You know what I'm saying? Ice beat him. Ice was deadly for him, but Ice cool with him. So Ice ain't going go
They
that.
had a little tension prior to it, but
Yeah.
in Detroit, it
But
got
it wasn't nothing.
settled.
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
became friends behind the scenes.
They should have battled at the
I think they
airport.
should have battled. Yeah, because I was there. I witnessed. Well, shout out to the niggas in Detroit who booked, but they booked them on the same flight sitting next to each other. Nobody knows that. Why they had serious beef. They beefed in the airport in New York. Had to be separated.
Word.
Yeah, they couldn't even sit next to each other on the
And
plane.
this nigga didn't even get the footage.
Yeah, I got the footage in my fucking head. Fuck that. I'm not no blogger.
Yeah,
nigga.
don't
Fuck all that shit.
that's
I'm
personal.
just
man.
playing. You know I'm just playing.
But
Nah, I know. We don't need
I
to
think
do
the
that.
battle would have been better when they had that tension than after when they squashed their beef and they got
definitely
the
would've
cool.
been better.
You know what I mean?
But yeah, that's probably why I see, cause you know what I'm saying. When I see Ice say shit, cold shit, like when he said, nigga, I send your daughter across the street with your baby moms before I do this shit. If they was still in that tension, I could have seen Ice saying, nigga, she could get this or something crazy. He would have took it an extra mile with him. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying?
I heard people say they feel like Ice didn't even go at him as hard as he did other people.
Yeah, like
all
even
the
though
battles.
me and Mav cool, we ain't got that type of relationship.
Okay.
I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm going 100 miles.
15 minutes of fame.
You are now listening to 15 Minutes of Fame Radio.
Let's go.
15 minutes of fame radio. Now stepping into 15 minutes of fame radio.